Long time since the Mountain Castle accident and the devastating mountain activity on Isla Nublar, de-extinct creatures freely roam the Earth, causing biological troubles and lethal animal attacks. Amid global efforts to control the invasive species, Global Dynamics established a wildlife preserve in Spain's Pyrenees Highlands, where they conduct cellular research, ostensibly seeking revolutionary medical science and botanical applications. Biosyn has been granted full rights over dinosaur projects, and as a result, its returns have jumped steadily. Amanda Collins, Bryce Dallas Howard, the former Creature World Park captain and pioneer of the Dinosaur Protection Group, Zia Rodriguez, Daniela Pineda, a paleo-veterinarian and dinosaur rights advocate, and Franklin Webb, Justice Smith, a former Creature World technician and dinosaur rights advocate, are still with the Dinosaur Protection Works as a wrangler, helping to relocate stray dinosaurs. At their remote cabin in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Amanda and Mark quietly raise 14-aged kid Sophia Lockwood, Isabella Sermon, a clone of Benjamin Lockwood's daughter that he raised as his granddaughter and is under the care of Mark and Amanda, Benjamin Lockwood's biogenetic descendant, while protecting her from genetic research corporations, who would study her DNA for various unethical schemes. When Mark's trained sharp hunter, Blue, surprisingly arrives with an asexually reproduced youngling, Sophia names it Beta. Having grown consistently frustrated living in isolation, Sophia sneaks away from Amanda and Mark, unaware that Biosyn operatives have located her. They abduct her and capture Beta. Meanwhile, recently extinct large insects have mysteriously resurfaced in massive swarms, wiping out seeds. Plants expert Dr. Sarah Miller, Laura Dern, a plants expert and one of the consultants who traveled to John Hammond's original Jurassic Park, observes that corporate-grown seeds using biosyn seeds are left uneaten, raising suspicions they created the insects. Believing the beetle may date to the First Ages period, Sarah approaches former partner and paleontologist Dr. Jack Brown, Sam Neill, a paleontologist who was consulted for Jurassic Park and is a survivor of the Isla Sorna expedition depicted in Jurassic Park 3 for help. She wants Jack to come with her and penetrated the Biosyn building to get a DNA sample and prove her theory. Amanda and Mark alarm, and Amanda calls Lawrence for help. Lawrence, now with the CIA's dinosaur unit, tells Amanda and Mark that Sophia and Beta were likely taken to Italy. They arrive and infiltrate a dinosaur black market, where the abductor's supposed to be hanging out. When city police launch a raid to arrest the abductor Rain Blackwood, Scott Hayes, he counterattacks by releasing hunting dinosaurs, causing havoc. Blackwood is killed by the dinosaurs after he reveals that he was working for a woman named Helena Vargas, Deacon Lachman. The group tracks down Helena, but she unleashes trained dinosaurs on them, which leads to a chase through the city. Barry Sembane, Omar Sy, a former animal trainer who worked with Mark at Creature World and is now a French intelligence agent, Mark's former Creature World colleague who is working undercover in Italy, informs Amanda and Mark that Sophia and Beta are being transported to Biosyn's secluded Italian research facility. Kayla Watts, DeWanda Wise, a sympathetic cargo pilot, flies Amanda and Mark there. Kayla knew the location as she had been paid by Lewis to fly Sophia into Italy. She had also helped Amanda and Mark escape the dinosaurs. Math Expert 1. Dr. Bob Johnson, Jeff Goldblum, a statistic man in chaos theory and former consultant for Jurassic Park, as well as a key figure involved in the San Diego incident depicted in The Lost World Jurassic Park, 1997. Now working for Biosyn, has sought Sarah's help to expose CEO Dr. Lewis Miller's, Campbell Scott, illegal operations after being tipped off by communications manager Marcus Reed, Mamoudou Athi. It is revealed that company geneticist Dr. David Lee, B.D. Wong, the lead geneticist behind the dinosaur cloning programs at Jurassic Park and Creature World. He knew Sophia's late mother, who was one of his colleagues, genetically fabricated the insects to avoid biosyn seeds as a means to control the world's food supply. Lee now denounces this plan. He wants to eliminate all the insects already released in the wild. Citing it will cause global famine as the insects spread unchecked. Lewis is adamant and insists that he wants to push ahead with the plan. Lee meets Sophia and explains that Dr. Charlotte Lockwood, Benjamin Lockwood's deceased daughter and Lee's former colleague, used her own DNA to asexually conceive and give birth to the genetically identical Sophia. She altered Sophia's DNA to prevent her inheriting a fatal disease she had. Lee believes that the asexual conceptions of Sophia and Beta, along with their DNA, are key to creating an antidote that can halt the insect outbreak. Lee thinks that if he can figure out how Charlotte changed Sophia's DNA after she was born, he could use the same technique to introduce a new DNA sequence into the insect swarms, thereby eliminating them. Sophia escapes from captivity, along with Beta. A large Flyer 01 attacks Kayla's plane in Biosyn's airspace, causing Mark and Kayla to crash land while Amanda ejects. Following separate encounters with a Scythed Lizard 0 and a Heat Hunter, the three regroup. Inside Biosyn, Sarah and Jack access a restricted lab and steal an insect sample. They encounter Sophia, who leaves with them on the fast-track network to a nearby airport field. Discovering the breach, Dodgson burns away the insects to destroy evidence, but many escape, sparking a forest fire and forcing a site-wide evacuation. Lewis discovers that Sophia has escaped with Jack and Sarah. He shuts down the fast track, forcing the trio to entire the ancient rocks through which the fast track was built. The rocks were filled with dinosaurs, and Lewis knew this. Bob and Marcus find out what Lewis has done and launch a rescue. Jack, Sarah, and Sophia barely escape and rejoin with Bob, Mark, Amanda, and Kayla. Dodgson flees with dinosaur embryos via a fast track, but he becomes trapped in a tunnel and is subsequently killed by 3 Venom Spitter. Electronic implants summon the dinosaurs to protect them from the fire, while Mark locates and tranquilizes Beta. A giant hunter one threatens the group but is fatally attacked by a Scythed Lizard 0 and the first park's veteran apex predator Rex. The group escapes with Lee in a Biosyn rotary jet. Sarah and Jack rekindle their relationship before witnessing, alongside Bob and Marcus, against Biosyn. Mark, Amanda, and Sophia return home and reunite Beta with Blue. Lee manufactures and releases the antidote to eliminate the insects. Around the world, dinosaurs adapt to a new coexistence with modern creatures, while the United Nations declares Biosyn Valley a dinosaur territory.